Okay, welcome ladies and gentlemen to our second debate for the 4th hour class. Yay! Let's give all of our debaters a round of applause. Woohoo! All right. We would first like to welcome Gabe to the to the stage, not the stand, for his first speech for the government, which should not exceed 3 minutes. Whenever you're ready, sir, you can take the mic, and I believe it's on. And Miss Timekeeper, are you ready? Yes? All right. Mr. Speaker, whenever you're ready, you may begin.
Hello, I am Gabe Grunwald. I am the Prime Minister, leader of the government. I would like to thank my partner, my audience, judge, timekeeper, and opponents. And again, my partner is Eduardo. The topic for today is whether or not school should start at 9 a.m. and we, as the government, will be arguing that it should start at 9 a.m. And we have 3 reasons. The first is that one could possibly avoid morning traffic if the person attending school is a driver. Our second point is that one may be more awake because they could have woken up earlier and had more time to just wake up and get ready for the day. Our third point is that one would also, or could also have more time in the morning to do homework or just more time in general. And again, I'd like to review my main points. One could possibly avoid the morning traffic because earlier in the morning there could possibly be more traffic than later in the morning. The second point is one could be more awake during school. And then the third point is to have more time in the morning to potentially do last-minute homework. I'd like to thank my partner, opponent, judge, and timekeepers for being here, and vote for government.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's give him a round of applause. And time, please, timekeeper?
2:06.
2:06. Thank you very much. Ms. Timekeeper, will you please put 1 minute on the clock for Kerstin to develop her arguments? Thank you.
I saw the rest of them.
And maybe, if you need to, Rachel, just make sure you make some eye contact with, or make sure that they actually are looking at you to show them. I had that happen with other ones too. That's fine. Okay, thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is time. That is 1 minute. So sorry. Let's go ahead and give Kerstin a round of applause for her first speech of the debate for the opposition. We'd like to remind Madam Speaker and Miss Speaker and Timekeeper that this is a speech that should not exceed 3 minutes. Okay, Miss Timekeeper, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, Miss Speaker, whenever you're ready, you may begin.
Hello, my name is Kerstin Martins. I am the leader of opposition, and I would like to thank my partner Shani, which is a member of opposition, and my opponents that are arguing with this debate. And I would like to thank the judges, timekeeper, and I would like to thank my judges, timekeeper, and the first point that well, this debate is about whether school should be started at 9 a.m. in the morning. With the first point, the government pointed out that many people, or just some people, could possibly avoid morning traffic if you're a home, not a dorm student, but a day student, and if you are a driver. And we argue that anytime people can have, they can have traffic, and so some people may work 9 to 5, and so there would be traffic in the morning when they go to work. And the second point that the government pointed out was you have more time to wake up and be awake, and we argue that we can go to bed earlier, and we can go to bed earlier, so that will give us more time to wake up in the morning, so that can help with our sleep. And the third point the government pointed out was that there is more time in the morning to get homework done, and we argue with we may still wake up later and want to sleep in, and there would be the same time after school, we have extracurricular activities that we do, and that will take up time, so we may end up just having the same time to get homework done. And I would like to thank my partner again, Shani, and I would like to thank the government, and I would like to thank the judges, timekeeper, and audience, and please vote for opposition.
All right, thank you very much. Let's give a round of applause. And time, please, timekeeper. 2:38. Thank you very much. All right, if you could please put 1 minute on the clock, Miss Timekeeper, for Eduardo to prepare his arguments, please. Thank you so much.
Did you say 1 minute or 2?
I'm sorry, 1 minute.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
No,
1
it's
minute.
fine.
Okay, thank you very much. That is 1 minute, gentlemen. So we would now like to welcome, with our round of applause, Eduardo to the stage, please, with a round of applause. And we would like to remind him that his speech as the member of government should not exceed 3 minutes only. Ms. Timekeeper, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, thank you. And whenever you, Mr. Speaker, you're ready, you may begin.
I'm Eduardo. I'm a member of the government. I would like to thank my partner Gabe, my opposing team, the audience, the timekeeper, and the judges. So, the points that we are going to debate are that we could be more awake, that the students could be more awake if they could sleep more to do their homeworks at the morning. So, if the students go to bed earlier to get awake in the morning and do homework, they could develop all their capacities to 100%, and they could be more active in classes. Also, they said that we have some time after school, but that time it's reduced because of the extracurricular activities that the students have in the afternoon. So the students doesn't have a lot of time in the afternoon to do homeworks. It would be better for parents that drive the students to school to wake up like more, I don't know what word to use, more later, and so they can avoid traffic, because normally people get into work at 7 or 8 a.m. So I would like to thank my partner Gabe, the opposing team, the audience, the judges, the timekeeper, and I will make a review of our points that are traffical, that you can avoid traffic, you get more time to get ready or do homework, and you could be more awake and develop all your capacities in class. So, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's give him a round of applause. Thank you, Eduardo. And time, please, timekeeper. 2:11. Thank you very much. Okay. Miss Timekeeper, will you please put 1 minute on the clock for Shani to prepare her arguments? Thank you. Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Timekeeper. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Shani for the second speech for the opposition with a round of applause, please. Make her feel welcome. And we'd like to remind her and, oh, sorry about that. With the curtain closed, it's hard. With Ms. Timekeeper and Ms. Speaker, that this is a speech that should not exceed 3 minutes. Okay, so Ms. Timekeeper, are you ready? Great, thank you. Whenever you're ready, Ms. Speaker, you may begin.
Hi, my name is Shani. I'm the member of the opposition. I would like to thank my partner, Kerstin, the opposing team, the judges, audience, and timekeeper. Today we are talking about if school should start at 9 a.m. We as the opposition believe that it should not start at 9 a.m. The first point that the government made was that if we start school later, we could be 100% ready for classes during the day. And we as the government believe that if someone were to get up earlier and get plenty of sleep at night, they may still be able to be 100% ready in class. The second point was that there would be no time after school to do homework because of extracurriculars. And we as the government believe that if we were to start school later, people may not be able to have plenty of time for extracurriculars after school, which would leave even less time for homework. The third point was that many people go to work from 7 to 8, but there are still people that may work from 9 to 5, which would still involve traffic, possibly. So starting later would still involve traffic either way, possibly. I would like to review my points. So for the first one, if someone were to go to bed earlier, they may still be 100% ready. If school were to start later, it could possibly make less time after school for extracurriculars and homework. And if we were to start school earlier, there still could be traffic. I'd like to thank my partner, the opposition, the judges, audience, and timekeeper, and vote for opposition.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's give a round of applause. And time, please, timekeeper. 2:05. Thank you very much. All right, will you please put 1 minute on the clock? Remember, Kerstin, we're coming back to you after the speech. We're coming to you next. Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Timekeeper. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and welcome Kerstin to give the final speech for the opposition with a round of applause, please. Make her feel welcome. And we would like to remind both Ms. Timekeeper and Ms. Speaker that this speech should only last 2 minutes now in length, please. Okay, so 2 minutes only. Ms. Timekeeper, are you ready? All right, thank you. Ms. Speaker, whenever you're ready, you may begin.
Hello, my name is Kerstin Martins. I am the leader of opposition, and I would like to thank my partner Shani, the member of opposition, and I would like to thank the government, and I would like to thank the audience, judges, and timekeeper for listening to this debate today. So the debate is about whether school should start at 9 a.m. in the morning, and our stance on this is it should not start at 9 o'clock in the morning. And so the first point, just to kind of restate, was what my partner said, was that some people work still from 9 to 5, and there are still cars about and they're going to work, so you can still get caught up anytime, really. And to restate what the government kind of said, and my partner, there was no time for homework because of extracurricular activities and sports, if you play any or anything like that. And so if you play sports or are involved in extracurricular activities, you may be more tired at night, so you can go to bed earlier. And the third point was that they said that you can get to, or we say that if you go to bed earlier, you can still get the same amount of sleep sometimes, because you can still get the same amount of sleep. And so just to state, the points were there is no time, or some people get work at 9 to 5, so there's still traffic. There's no time for homework, and you go to bed earlier, and thank you, and vote for opposition.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's give a round of applause. Thank you so much. So we'll put that one right at 2 minutes, yes? Okay, 2 minutes, thank you. All right, Ms. Timekeeper, one more time, please. Will you put 1 minute on the clock for the government to prepare their argument? Thank you. Okay, thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and give Gabe, our final speaker, a round of applause. And remind him and Miss Timekeeper that this final speech should not exceed 2 minutes, please. All right? Miss Timekeeper, are you ready? Thank you. Mr. Speaker, whenever you're ready, you may begin.
I would like to thank my partner, Eduardo, my opposition, my audience, judges, and timekeeper. The debate today is whether or not school should start at 9 a.m. We as the government are arguing that it should start at 9 a.m. Their points were that one could wake up earlier in order to still be ready and fully aware at 100% by the time one is at school. But one could possibly have to go to bed later, and that would mean that for them to get the same amount of sleep, one would still have to wake up later. So one would not be able to wake up earlier. For their second argument, they said that people may not have enough time after school for homework, once you include after school activities, but you could still have the time, I guess, in the morning. And then, the whole day is just shifted by a little bit. It's not like there's actually any more or less time. Then the third argument is that there's still the possibility of traffic no matter what time. And we'd like to refute that by saying that schools tend to start at more of 7 to 8 o'clock. And our school starting at 9 could possibly avoid school-related traffic. I would like to thank my teammate Eduardo, the opposition for being here, judges and timekeeper, and vote for government.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's give him a round of applause. And time, please, Timekeeper.
253.
I'm sorry, 153?
153.
153. All right, let's give them all a round of applause and thank them for being here today. Thank you, debaters.
Sorry.
It's all right. I did the same thing earlier.